Welcome back to the channel. Clare 526, Dublin 217. Dublin are out of the All-Ireland Senior Hurling Championship. A comfortable victory for Clare in the end. An absolute demolition from start to finish. And yeah, to be honest, look, I don't think, I think this is just the level that Dublin hurling is at, unfortunately. Like, there's no point really complaining or giving out. I mean, if this was the footballers, I'm sure I'd probably be swinging digs left, right and centre. But yeah, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. Clare are one of the best teams in the country, definitely in the top 3, in my opinion. And are Dublin even in the top 7, top 8 teams in the country? Probably not. Definitely not in the top 6, anyway, in my opinion. And it showed today, because I don't even think Clare were at their brilliant best. I don't think this was the best performance in the world from Clare. But it didn't need to be. It was routine. And they just cut Dublin open time and time again. They could have had about 7 or 8 goals in that first half. And to be honest with you, I'm actually quite relieved looking at that score and seeing that Clare have scored only 5 goals, because genuinely feel like Clare just took their foot off the gas a little bit in the second half and were going for points. They didn't need to go for goals at that point. But if they had kept driving at Dublin, like they were in the first half, this could have been 7 or 8, possibly 9 goals for Clare. They stopped that really after they got that 5th goal right at the start of the second half. But for Dublin, you concede 1-2 in the opening couple of minutes. Obviously, Tony Kelly getting a goal, and then Donald Burke goes off injured, which is probably Dublin's best player or best, shooter anyway on the ball, best scorer. He goes off injured, and you're thinking, yeah, that's it. There's just no way. There's no way back here from a Dublin perspective. We done well after that, to be fair, to make a bit of a game out of it. Obviously, we get ourselves a goal, lovely bit of play from Keane O'Sullivan, and finds its way into Dara Power, who obviously puts the ball into the back of the net. And you were thinking maybe could it be on? Like, Clare were very flat for the opening 10-15 minutes. Maybe a slight mini hangover from the Munster final. But once they got going, and, once they got that 2 goals right before the end of the half from Tony Kelly and Shane O'Donnell, it was good night Vienna from a Dublin perspective. Like, there was just no way back at all. And you were hoping either Clare completely capitulate, and this is another one of those bizarre games that we've seen this year in the championship, and maybe Dublin might be able to make something out of it. But in fairness to the lads, I don't think it was a want of, I don't think there was a lack of trying there. I don't think there was a lack of effort. I think we were running. I think we were trying to make something out of it. Clare are just very, very good, and Dublin are just not at the level of a Clare. And will Dublin ever get to a level of a Clare, of a Limerick in the next 5-10 years? Probably not. I know we've a good under-20 team there that done well a couple of years back. Obviously plenty of resources and everything in the county, but a lot of it does go to football. So, results like this probably are just going to be a common thing, but look, I think a few things maybe. I think it was quite naive of Micheál Donoghue to set the Dublin defence up the way that he did, and we played man-on-man at the back, and Clare just ran through us time and time again. The amount of times it was 2v2, 1v1, and that Clare attack had an absolute field day. I mean, Mark Rogers scored 111, Tony Kelly scored a hat-trick and got 4 points with it. Shane O'Donnell with 1-2, and at multiple, Mark Rogers could have had a hat-trick. Shane O'Donnell could have got multiple goals. It was, the way we were set up was very naive, I think, from management. I know people don't like to see sweepers and hurling, or they don't like to see overly defensive tactics or anything like that. But it was the only way we could have possibly contained Clare. I know then, look, they would have won the game anyway and picked us off with points, but I think we needed to be better set up there defensively. Like, we were absolutely cut open. It was lambs to the slaughter, and they ran right through us, and Dublin really just had no answer. But yeah, Davy Fitzgerald around the middle, 4 points from him. He was very good, and it was comfortable for Clare, very, very comfortable. And I think from a Clare perspective, you'll be happy that there's no, there's a big hangover, wasn't there, when you played Wexford last year in that preliminary quarter-final game, and Wexford nearly beat you that day, and that sort of carried over then into the semi-final. That way? So at least this time around, you beat Dublin very comfortably. It wasn't, you weren't at your brilliant best, but I don't think Clare needed to be. And I think 5 goals, 26 points is a more than a good enough return. And it was a good performance in the end from Clare, in fairness. And it was very, very good, despite the fact that Dublin certainly aren't a top 6, top 7 side. But there we go. Pash says that was an absolute mauling. We just never seem to ever get going in hurling. Sean says, how's it going? It's going well. It's going well. Well, not going so well with this loss, but to be fair, I kind of did expect this. We have talent through the years, but we just never seem to get going in hurling. Yeah, like there's great players. Like you look at players like Andrew Jameson Murphy, who can't seem to get a look in. Sean Curry can't seem to get into the side. Ronan Hayes was excellent a couple of years ago, but he can't really seem to get into the team anymore. Alex Considine wasn't starting, which is a bit of a surprise. He gets a goal in the second half. Looks like a very good player for Kilmacud Crokes. Like we don't have any threat in our attack. Since Donald Burke went off, and Keane O'Sullivan with 11 points, just carrying the fort really. A lot of them from place balls, but he's been the main player that you can hang your hat on and say he had a great season. Like Danny Sutcliffe, just a point, was very quiet, wasn't really in the game at all, didn't really get much service, and wasn't really, was sort of marked out a game. But, Sutcliffe has been knocking around quite a while. Like, I'd like to see a change there. Like, I'd like to see Considine play there, Andrew Jameson Murphy, these kind of lads. Like, give the younger players time, because, is Danny Sutcliffe the same player that he was 7-8 years ago? Probably not. He's probably not, to be honest with you. There has been a drop there. So there we go. But yeah, look, fair play to Clare. Great result for them. All eyes obviously now go on to Kilkenny. Can you get revenge? I give you a great chance. But that game versus Kilkenny, it's mouth-watering. It's going to be absolutely mouth-watering. I might even go to that as well, to be honest with you, because that will be hugely, hugely exciting. But yeah, fair play to Clare. Great result for them. Great win for them. And from a Dublin perspective, we bow out. But, I think realistically at the start of the season, we probably said best case scenario was probably a Leinster final, quarter final. If we were on the other side of the draw, would we even have bet Tipperary? Probably not either. So, it is what it is. That's just how the championship is. And Dublin hurling, unfortunately, just is not at that level. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comments down below. We'll be going live after the Kildare Monaghan game as well, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Kildare obviously leading by a couple of points there at this moment in time. And we'll chat to you all soon.